primary control of critical vehicle functions.
I don't see. Too many names. I'll keep getting confused. Buongiorno.
Hello, hello, microphone check. There it goes, it's working now. Hello, everybody, how's it going?
Hello.
It
great to
certainly
see you.
is.
Now, I actually have to keep one ear out of my headphones because neighbors are currently borrowing something and I need to listen for when they bring it back. So,
Gotcha.
but we are ready to
Is it-
start.
Just leave the door open. Just let them walk in and drop
I am
it.
not going to leave an apartment door open while I am streaming D&D as a PNG tuber.
Why? Are you embarrassed of us?
Yes.
Ow.
Anyway,
I
we're
can't say
gonna
I
go-
blame you.
I have posted a recap in
Yay.
the chat for you all to see, the players. Anybody watching, the same recap is posted down below in the panels. Many people have been struggling to watch these D&D sessions as they don't know what's going on. So the thing that I've now put in place is that I will now be continuing this recap and adding on to it after the end of every session. So not only do you all know what you did this time, but as well as chat will know exactly where you guys are in terms of your story. And it will still be in the same format of kind of like a half poem, half just kind of an oral story being told. So,
Respect. I dig it.
and so I'm going to go ahead and reread it for you all just to get back into the vibe, because we've been gone for a bit. I've been gone. I have not been DMing, and I apologize, but majors, no, not finals, brain broken, man. Brain's broken, and that's why I've
Finals
been
4
gone.
major.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Rest in pieces.
So, without further ado, cosmic swirls twist across the corneas. The feeling of the body unclasps. Anchorless, we all float away. All heading nowhere, we find ourselves together once more. Premonitions of a new world bound across a void-like sky. Somewhere far away, the flicker of a newborn star greets you all. It beckons you to fuel it in the infinite expanse of space. This new star is just for you. Let the light shed off all your dead skin. Forget the attachments of a world you no longer know. Embrace the ones that want you. You blink and find yourself sitting on a cliff looking out onto the infinite skyline of a twilight that never ends. You look around, there are 7 others just like you. But what it is to be done, what is to be done with all of you? 4 awoken Pars crossing, a toad with no name, his mysterious and large companion, a pair of eyes full of kindness, and a pair robbed of it. Together they were strong. Together they found the watcher of the coachman. He saw their value. He ran them through odd jobs, sheltered them beneath a dead church, and fostered their growth. But the toad had an uninvited benefactor, the mysterious man, a demon inside, curious eyes, the hopeful, a premonition, the robbed, mysterious encounter. But the watcher had fear. For the coachman commanded all troops on deck, including the watcher's precious fostered. But the watcher was not one to bow, yet he understood the severity. So to expedite, he would brave the mission solo, sending the others to seek sanctuary, to seek the protector. With their paths split, the Watcher gave his foster a means of communication, and left them for the first time ever since he found them. And the Odd Company trudged on. Protection was not what the Odd Company found. They found a curt knight who lacked empathy or kindness. Agitated by his abrasive demeanor, a test of mettle was conducted. Leaving all but one standing, the hopeful had refused to fight, perhaps seeing what lay beyond his helmet before the others. A bruised party begrudgingly followed the Protector. He led them to a treacherous place, mayhaps as a lesson or maybe out of ignorance. But all of them saw what was a relic of forgotten time. Enthralled, the Odd Company could not resist further inspection, but some things are best left in the past. A giant metal monster with the number 4 written across its chest awoke. It spoke in unclear riddles of percentages and preventure. It began to exterminate with its long glaive. The Protector and all his power was given to fight this monster. The others at first tried to assist, but when they saw that the Protector was no match, some flew, and some bought time. The mysterious man and the Protector held off for only a handful of seconds, but it was enough. The Protector saw that man gave his life, a direct violation of his code. So he gave his last power to trade places. But when he did, he saw something terrible, something that only briefly made him question. The Odd Company fled, and found themselves lost, yet they knew the way. They found an abandoned tavern. They rested within the ruins, a small respite, for what lies in wait for them now, devoid of the Protector, missing the Watcher, is to be continued. And continue it will, right now, because you all are still in the Gilded Dragon, yet you are getting ready to leave the Gilded Dragon. This is your last time to ask any parting questions you may have forgotten during last session to any of the staff members, including Maximilian. And I will
I have
get a
one for
playlist up
Bouncy.
for you. You have one for me. You may ask it.
Did we take a long rest?
You have already taken a long rest.
I have, haven't I? Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure that my portent was up to date.
Your portent is up to date.
Fantastic.
And I need to mute this on my end so I don't get destructed. Like, chat will enjoy some lovely DMCA 1 hour of ambient fantasy music. So, that's the setting. That's where you guys are. You may continue.
Do you want us to be on roll 20?
You can be there if you want. However, we may not need it this time around.
Gotcha.
Head and let the PNGs load in. You all can shuffle into D&D Beyond. I'm going to get off the tab of D&D Beyond in case a camera turns on, anything bad happens. So, it's going to go over and craftily click on the Camp Blood Hub tab and be there for a minute for anybody to enjoy while you all usher into Roll20. However, like I said, you may not need it, but I do have the world map pulled up if you want to look at that stuff, so. It is yours to go.
If I remember correctly, Toadstool made a friend,
Toadstool made a friend.
and Toadstool is gonna go visit this friend and maybe have an early morning smoke sesh.
Oh, he's gonna go visit his friend, and you know, Green is more than willing to go ahead and get that early morning smoke sesh out the way.
We take a bit of a walk.
Alright.
Aw.
Please excuse, the PNGs are slowly loading in. They are all up to date. Just gotta let them load. So, you will find Green passed out at the same smoke bar she's always passed out. No disruptions in her schedule whatsoever.
Of course, of course. Toadstool is just gonna like walk up and sit down at the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Just like,
The snoring is loud.
Snoring is loud, huh?
Very loud. Like, it is
Very loud.
It's very contradictory to the size and build of this sickly stoner elf.
Right, the sickly stoner elf. Well, let's go ahead and cast a minor illusion. We're gonna make a pretty loud sound.
All right.
It's gonna be a localized alarm that sounds like, oh, I don't know. Let's just say it's a. No, let's go with It's gonna be a very loud frog croaking
Okay.
directly beside Green.
All right.
So yeah.
Give me a roll 20 for loudness.
D20 for loudness.
Yes.
Shucks. Okay, that's a 16.
16. It's pretty loud. She will jolt up awake and be like, what was that? What was that sound?
Hello.
Oh, hi.
It's good to see you.
Yeah.
Want to smoke?
Oh, yeah. Let's do it. All right. And she will peel her face off the bar and rummage around beneath it and procure all of the lovely assortments of accessories that she uses to roll a lovely little cigarette full of herb.
Yes, Euro Toadstool does not know.
What's that?
Euro Toadstool does not know.
Yeah. All right. And then with a little flick of her fingers and a little fire coming from her thumb, she lights it, puffs it, and then hands it to you.
Toadstool's gonna imbibe.
All right. And so you all got your little sesh going.
Hell yeah. Toadstool's just gonna vibe out.
All right. Vibing out. Anybody else want to do anything before we leave the Gilded Dragon? Where is... Oh, I didn't get a token. Uh-oh. I'll work on that while you guys do your stuff.
I think I'll be chilling in the
Swap so I don't
in my
dox
room.
myself.
That's
You be
what I'm
chilling
gonna
in
do.
your room? Okay. And
Grim's just
if
waiting in the bar.
waiting at the bar, got it. So, if no actions will be left, eventually the smoke session will get you nice and toasty, and everybody starts to feel like it is best if they moved on. You all have some problems to address that you've been escaping from during this lovely murder mystery holiday event.
Yeah.
So, you all exit the Gilded Dragon.
Toadstool's gonna bid a very fond farewell to Green and assure them that he will probably return again to smoke with them at some point or another.
They always do.
Grim will bid farewell to Red and make sure the next time they see each other, there will be another drinking competition. She needs to... He has one up on her now.
Yeah, I'll work on that. And so, you all, the Gilded Dragon, and you find yourselves once again in the middle of the forest. Nowhere is civilization. You do not see anything.
Quick question.
Yes.
What's the weather?
What's the weather? Dreary, cloudy.
That's no good. Any signs of wildlife nearby?
There, yes, wildlife is around.
I'm waiting
Nothing
for you
too
to make a
overabundant.
roll.
You want me to make a roll? Okay.
I was gonna say you should make me make like a perception check or something.
Sorry, I was still doing some stuff to get Kai's token up and going.
No, all's good.
Not that we need to, but I wanted to get it done. Yeah, go ahead and make a roll for it.
Sick. I can use my new dice.
You may.
Ooh, that's a 17.
Okay, no more doxing myself. We're good.
Right. So with the 17, I learned that Bouncy is no longer doxing himself.
Yes.
Good to know.
You got
Good
a
to
seven.
know.
You got a
That's
17.
17. Yes.
Okay.
Wait. That's perception. That's +1, so 18.
18. Yeah, you get good signs, but you also it's bittersweet signs. Like you have just dealt with a major bad event and you don't know how to fix it. But somehow the fact that the world still exists, you can go up and you can see squirrels and birds makes you a little bit happier.
Okay. And the weather isn't like gonna progress into something worse anytime soon.
You don't know that. There's a spell that tells you weather.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, that's all Toadstool once.
All right.
So what's the plan now?
Toadstool does not know. What's his
I'm
plan?
not sure.
I mean, the reason we're out here, he's dead now, so
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I could really think of is going to find Rodovin, but I don't think that's a good idea given how dangerous Octus Ray is.
well, considering that he sent us here to train and couldn't even help him, so probably not the
Yeah.
best bet to head right back to Octus Ray. Guess we could make our way back to the town.
That's a good idea. Do you
All
remember the
right.
way back?
Darn. I don't know. Does Grim remember the way back to Darnatel?
Grim thought he knew the way back to Darnatel. However, despite knowing the exact route, you have found yourself in an unfamiliar area. I would need a survival check to locate a path or road
From Grim or from anybody?
from anybody.
15.
Well, 13.
13. Alright. With a little bit of discussion and a little bit of random but useful survival facts, such as moss growing on the north side of trees and the way that the sun and moons cycle. You manage to gain a general sense that you are north of Darnatel, and that any long since gone road that used to lead from this tavern to this town would most likely have gone south. And there you find that you may either find the town or the road.
Ooh, we're in the forest right now.
Yes.
Uh, is there any way, like, if I would know any water sources in the forest? It's like a favorite terrain for me,
Survival check.
and I'm like a natural explorer.
Mhm.
Okay. 23
23. You
water
find
sources or natural like food
you find a
or animal.
rather um you find a rather large lake nearby.
Ooh, can I fill my water skin with it?
You may. You may.
Okay.
Well, I guess we start heading south then. Try and get back to the town.
All right. It will take you about a day. And so, here's what's gonna happen as you guys walk through the forest towards the town, some things do happen. Specifically, we are going to focus on Grim. Grim, use. Give me a perception check.
Dirty 20.
A dirty 20.
Yep.
Up ahead, through the shrubs and the foliage, you swear you see Road. You see his helmet, and you see his armor, but his armor is in shambles. There's blood. His arm still missing. Other arm still limp. He's leaning against a tree, and blood seeps down his arm.
Grim's gonna immediately stop moving and
You three see Grim immediately stop.
Huh?
What's wrong?
without saying anything, Grim just starts walking towards Crode.
Okay.
Just
I assume at that point we all eventually see.
No.
Ah. Should we make perception checks to attempt to see?
You want to?
Well, I would like to.
Okay.
Oh, that's a 7.
It's a 7. You
It's a
see
7.
That's
You see Grim walk
rough.
into the foliage further past where you guys are.
Then I'm gonna catch up with Grim.
Okay.
I got a 20 from my perception.
You-
Do I see
You
anything
see
that
Grim
he's
walk
looking at?
into the foliage. You see he is heading to what appears to be just a random tree in the forest.
I got an 18.
You see the same thing.
Grim, where are you going?
no answer.
Eventually you get
Ugh.
closer. And your eyes hurt. And you look away for a second because of the pain. And when you look back, there's no one there.
Grim's gonna like shake his head a little bit and then turn back towards the group. It's like, thought I saw something.
Are you alright?
Of course.
Mm,
And so, you all continue walking. About an hour passes. Grim, give me a perception check.
22.
22. You hear heavy, wimping, ragged, metallic steps coming from behind you, like somebody in full plate mails with the party, dragging themselves along with you.
Grim's gonna pull out his axe and spin around.
You see no one besides your party.
You guys hear that?
My character just nods. No.
I
None of
assume
you
no.
heard it.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure you're alright? Do you need to lie down or?
I don't need to lie down. I think it's best we just get to the town. Something
Are you in
strange.
grave
Same.
pain? I can heal you if needed, for the party's sake.
I'm not hurt.
No.
Just thought I heard something.
Quick question.
Yes.
During our travel, have the woodlands remained like as active and lively, or have they died down and become silent?
There has been no change in the woods.
So still like birdsong and insects
Mhm.
and stuff like that.
You've only been walking for about an hour and about probably 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Okay.
And you all press on. In about
Toadstool's
45
just going.
minutes.
I was gonna say Toadstool's going to fall back just behind Grim, and he's going to
Okay.
keep an eye on him.
All right. Perfect. About 45 minutes pass, and I need Grim to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh.
Saving throw, that's a thing.
Yes.
I'm not good at those.
Oh
7.
no.
7.
Hey,
Oh.
I'm gonna use one of my portents and make that an 8.
Fantastic.
Oh
All right.
man.
Oh no.
I imagine that Grim is more aware than usual during this walk. However, that does not stop an occurrence from happening. Grim trips and falls right on their face. And when you look to see what you tripped on, you see the lying, rotting corpse of Crode. The others, you three, see Grim trip on a branch, a root along the path.
It's spicy is what that is.
Ram, do you need help up? Are you okay?
Grim's gonna look at the corpse and kind of like blink his eyes a couple of times to make sure he's seeing what he's actually seeing.
It goes away. You see a branch, a root.
Can I do like a medicine check with Grim?
Yeah, while Toadstool is
If he
still
lets
on
you.
while Grim is still on the ground, Toadstool's going to like walk up and grab his lapels and pull him down and like look into his eyes and try and do like a medicine check and figure out what's going on.
Grim's gonna shake him off. Like, not aggressively or like to try and hurt him, just trying to like push him out of the way. Like, I'm fine, just...
Disadvantage on that medicine check.
Ooh. I was actually going to suggest that I give Kai's character, sorry, I forget names.
Then it will be a regular roll from the collective effort
Okay.
of both of you as he
Yeah,
refuses the treatment.
Alright, yeah, Hunter is gonna check on him, and Hunter got a 15.
Nothing seems physically wrong with Grim.
Told you, I'm fine. Just trip.
Yeah, my character
that's
is
all.
just gonna like point at the head and say like you know, it's like a thumbs down.
Wild question. Could I roll an Arcana check?
You may.
Ooh.
Is that a disadvantage?
Yes. Unless Grim voluntarily lets you look over him.
If you're trying to look over him, Grim's just gonna keep saying he's fine. He's gonna give and start walking away again. He don't
So
need no
it's-
doctor.
It's a disadvantage, huh?
Mhm.
Alright, fine, be that way.
I'm fine.
Fuck, that's a nat 1.
I told you.
Oh.
I'm fine.
You have you can't draw a single conclusion.
Something's either good or very bad. We'll find out.
I'm fine.
Who is leading the group right now?
That's a good question.
I guess Grim is still, because he just took off again.
Right. Alright.
It is most certainly not Toadstool.
So if it is Grim leading,
I will say, it is very evident, though, that Grim is, like... Grim normally, like, keeps his head on a swivel when he's walking, but now he's, like, looking every possible direction as he's going. Like, every, like, tiny noise, and he, like, glances over at it and looks back forward to keep following, their proposed path back to the town.
alright. About 15 minutes later, you begin to hear whispers. They're constant. They don't go away, and they're just quiet enough to the point where you can't understand what they're saying. You can't even tell what language it is, but you hear it.
Great. Well,
It seems like with
whisper-
every step you take, they get louder.
Grim just... do I see anything?
No.
someone else mind taking the lead for a little bit?
I can do it.
All right. I enunciate with every step you take, it gets louder. Only 5 minutes pass before it starts to get really bad. And you don't know what language they're speaking. But it's loud.
I'm going to roll to see if Grim loses his mind. That's a 6. You know, Grim is gonna like pull his axe and just start like running or like looking around with his axe, angry, shouting, "Who's there?"
What do you three do?
Could Toadstool cast Detect Magic?
Yes.
Fantastic, I would like to do that.
Has Toadstool ever cast Detect Magic on Grim ever before?
No.
Has Toadstool ever casted Detect Magic before?
I don't think so.
Interesting. You get come to the corner booth.
Okay, all right. Hello.
It is sensory overload when you cast Detect Magic and look over at Grim. It is very incredibly potent. It stops you in your tracks. As for the School of Magic, you can't even begin to unravel. It's multiple. And you don't know where one starts, where one ends. It's
a web.
It's a web. It's a mess. Now we will go back to the table.
Toadstool likes messes.
And I'm back. And they're back. All right.
I had questions, but okay.
You can DM them me.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and DM.
Can I as Grim's doing that, can I calm him?
That would be some kind of check. Let me check.
You're gonna try and calm a barbarian.
Let's see.
I say this. Imagination. You're having bad mental. Stay calm and quiet.
I just need a random one.
Meanwhile, Toadstool is just like staring, mouth like wide open, just like agape at this.
Calming him down would be
persuasion.
A persuasion, yes.
Okay. Yeah, no, I failed.
Yeah, you do
It
nothing
was a nat one.
to stop what is happening. And what were you saying, Toadstool?
Oh, I was just saying that Toadstool is like jaw dropped, staring at what is going on, just not moving a muscle.
Toadstool? Are you okay?
Toadstool is going to start muttering under his breath in Goblin.
I speak Goblin.
You speak Goblin.
I do speak Goblin.
You can't hear his mutterings.
No, you can't.
Dang it.
You're mad right now.
Yeah.
I assume that the noises have not stopped.
No. As a matter of fact, there's about 10 more seconds of actions before something happens.
Great. Are you telling me you guys don't hear this?
Yes! We don't hear what's going on. Could you please tell us what's going on so we can help you?
I hear whisperings. Fine.
Okay. why do you think this is happening to you?
If I knew, I would tell you.
I figured I would ask.
You see Crow in the distance, staring directly
I
at you. No, Grim
Oh, no.
does.
Right. Sorry.
I see Crowed. Fine.
Oh. Oh.
And he's gonna start walking towards him again.
Toadstool is going to try and grab Grim by the arm and pull him in a different direction, feebly, albeit, given his -2 to strength.
Oh yeah, we're not even gonna roll that. You're being dragged along. Grim,
if
every
Toad-
step closer you take towards Crowd, it gets 10 times louder. White noise begins to seep into your ears, and
Oh, then
It
yeah,
is
then Grim has
bad.
no idea that Toadstool even latched on. He's just still moving forwards.
Alright.
What do you want?
You get about a foot away from Crowd. Complete sensory overload. You hear nothing but white noise and ringing. And you find yourself not stopping. You go even closer, and eventually, it all just snaps out of existence. You don't know where you are anymore. What you three see is Grim vehemently running, or would it be running, or would it be like a determined pace walking towards?
A determined pace, and his
At a-
weapon's still out.
And the weapon drawn, and you see him go headfirst right into a large tree, conk out,
Oh.
and go unmoving.
Oh.
Alright, so good luck dragging me, guys.
Oh no.
Toadstool is going to sit cross-legged directly on his chest and start looking at him inquisitively. And he would like to repeat that Arcana check.
You may.
Let me look at something real quick first, though. Oh, so Detect Magic is still up, so I can still see what's going on there.
Yes.
I'll go and ask you out loud. Is there any discernible, like, you said it's a mess,
Mhm.
a sort of tangled web. Is there any discernible pattern? Is it like a knot that can be followed, or is it
You have no
just
idea how to follow it.
mayhem?
It's mayhem. It's you have no you don't have a single principal understanding about anything that is happening.
Okay. What's gonna happen is Toadstool is going to take some time to just sit on Grimm's chest with a notebook out, and he's gonna begin to try and sketch what he sees. He's not gonna show anyone, but he's gonna sketch it.
Okay. Okay. Any other actions that are going to be taken this time?
Oh, can I do primeval awareness around like just the group?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll just expend one spell slot and I can sense if I can I can sense aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead. Do I sense anything like from just our group?
You see. You get no fiend. A few traces of celestial. And you have to look real hard, but there's just a very, very small trace of undead.
Hmm.
No dragon.
Okay.
Alright, what do you want to do?
Toadstool continues to sketch. Mind you, anybody who's observing cannot see the notebook, but they can see that he is switching rapidly between inks and quills.
Oh.
Oh, is Grim in like
We'll
going
get to
through
Grim.
anything Dang it.
Yes, there is. There are things you're going for, but I'm waiting for a particular. I'm gonna make some railroading soon if everybody is done.
Oh. Oh yeah, I'm done.
All right.
I want to go back to the tavern.
You may.
So I'm gonna say there is an undead. I sense it on one of us. I can feel it
Oh.
here,
And
and I
undead.
just point. I just point on like one of us. If I know where this, like, specifically the sense.
You don't know specifically where it is. It's too faint.
Yeah, I just point at all of us.
Huh. Does anybody know any undeads?
I just shrug.
I don't think I do. Or at least nobody that I've contacted recently. I don't know what anything is anymore. Did you find anything else?
I nod no.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Any attempts you make to try and haul Grim are very poorly failed. There is no moving this
we're not
ginormous person.
strong.
Come on.
You all
You guys skip leg
find
day.
it best just to make camp. And so you
Okay.
do. And you all make camp in the middle of this
Bouncy.
forest. Yes.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I just sent you something. If
All
you'd
right.
like to take a look at
Is it on Discord or is it on
it is on Discord.
It's on Discord. Okay, I'll take a look at that in a second. I
Wait.
need to get these here.
I wanted the bouncy seal of approval before I distribute it throughout the party. If I do, who knows? We'll see.
Gotta copy paste all of your characters.
No, I can conjure by a freaking tree.
All of you, please get ready because individual adventures await.
Oh my.
Ooh.
Actually,
Adventures away.
We will begin with Hunter.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
And so, do you all do any actions before you all go to bed completely?
Toadstool's going to roll his bones.
Gonna roll the bones. Alright, I'll let you handle that while I copy paste all these characters and look at your DM. Who am I missing? Let me take a look.
I have a quick question.
Mhm.
Did Grim damage the tree when he walked into it, or is the tree
Oh,
like,
yeah.
completely normal? Okay.
The bark's gone at the point of impact.
Where is Grim right now?
I'll take that small victory.
Still conked out. Alright. Is there anything anyone wants to do before we get into this?
No, I'm good.
Alright. So. Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
You go to bed. But you're tormented during your sleep. You feel the veins in your eyes bulge and strain. And you feel your vocal cords being pulled completely taut, being able to produce zero sound. It is agony.
Can I wake up?
You are awake. You are in your tent.
Oh, can I get out of my tent?
You may.
And I'm still in pain.
You can barely keep your eyes open and you cannot make a sound. You're practically dragging yourself out of the tent.
Oh, yeah, I drag myself out of the tent and I go. Can I head to Toadstool's tent?
You may.
Okay. Yeah, I go to Toadstool's tent and open it and wake
You
him up.
you see Toadstool fitfully sleeping in his tent. You try to wake him up, but there is not a single bit of stirring.
Oh,
No matter how much you shake, you cannot wake him up, and you cannot say anything because it feels like every single vocal cord is being pulled down into you. Worst sore throat you've ever had in your entire life.
oh, can I go back outside?
You may.
Okay. What's my surrounding like? Is it just the same old forest?
Same old forest. And as
Hmm.
you look around, you feel the tendons in your legs compress, like they're being squeezed with as much force as possible. You fall completely prone. You cannot move your legs.
Oh. Can I still crawl using my arm?
You may, very slowly.
Okay, then I'll make my way to Zeth's tent and do the same.
Zeph is also sound asleep, and with what little
Can't
force you can
even.
muster in your arms to shake them, they do not wake up.
Hmm. Um, can I look at my skin? Is there like any distortions or anything like that?
No, you look completely fine,
Huh.
but you hear something.
What
You
do I hear?
hear fire crackle. But the fire at the camp is put out, and it sounds like it's coming from everywhere.
Is it like getting warm as well, or?
Yes, you immediately feel the heat and you begin to sweat. And after some time, it becomes unbearable. And you begin to smell something else. You smell burnt hair.
Oh.
But you look and feel the top of your head, and it is not on fire, nor is there smoke.
Yeah, I just keep checking where like the fire would be
There
or
is
the smell.
nowhere. This whole ordeal lasts for 3 hours, and it's agony. And just when you think you can't take it anymore, it all releases. Your vocal cords, your legs, everything. You stop hearing the fire, but the burnt hair smell still persists. And you hear, inside of your own head, a very haggard, low growl. In one
Would I know what type
short
of, like
sentence.
thing would have that?
Yes, you know exactly what it is. It's just one short sentence. I'm giving you an extra safety measure on your terms. But as a sort of benefit. I'll give you something else in return. And so, with that, you feel your legs loosen once more. Your eyes feel better. They're no longer bulging. And additionally, you feel like you can move quicker now. Your legs feel lighter than they used to be, more stretched, more just improved. And your eyesight, you swear you weren't able to see this well before in the dark. And so now you have all of your ranger benefits at level 3. On top of the fact, on top of your continual communication restrictions, you find yourself unable to utter the word hound.
Hmm.
And that will conclude your ordeal to level 3. Congratulations on being level 3. And we'll get back to you once we go through the rest. Let's see. Zeph or Toadstool, which one? Who wants to go next?
Up to you, O merciful and beneficent DM.
That
Yeah.
sounded like sarcasm. Pick Toadstool.
Alright, Toadstool.
Oh, if you
You have a vision.
Well, I'm sure I do.
You see a tea house on a on an empty city street. It's next to a lovely library and a very good alchemical supplier. You don't know how you know this, and you don't know why you recognize this place. But you do. What do you do?
Am I like inside of the vision at this
You're in
point?
the vision, yes.
I'm in the vision. Well, Toadstool is going to go, and he's going to go to tea shop.
You walk into the tea shop. It is completely empty. Quiet. Cobwebs, dust, everything. However, there is what appears to be a shadow of a person sitting slunched on the bar. The only features you can make out is that it's a black humanoid mass with antlers protruding out of the top. They are not looking towards you.
I would like to, I suppose, approach warily.
As you approach warily, there is no signs of movement. However, you do notice at the bar stool next to theirs are a handful of papers.
Do I see anything on those papers?
How close do you want to get to find out?
Depends on how close I can get before he notices.
You get right up to the stool, and he makes no indicator that he has noticed you. He is stagnant in where he is sitting. You see, as you get this close, it truly is just a black mass that looks like a human, made out of darkness. There's not even a face. As you look towards the front, there is no bright, impossibly large eyes. There is no incredibly large, grinning mouth. Just a shadow. And as you look to the papers, you see it's your own handwriting. A couple of them appear to be spells, notes on how to cast them, what to do, the hand gestures, what you need, the focus, and everything you need to add it to your own spell book, along with a crumpled piece of parchment. All of these papers look like they belong in your book. It's the same paper.
Toadstool is going to grab them, but while he does it, he is going to keep his eyes firmly on the black mass, and he's going to say, "What do you want of Toadstool?"
There is a long pause, but a reply is returned. I just think the deal that you made was such a shame that perhaps maybe one day I would like for you to come to regret it. But there is only one way for you to regret something you don't know. And then there is silence.
What is Toadstool?
What'd you say?
Who is Toadstool?
Toadstool is Toadstool. You'll never not be Toadstool.
Who
But-
was Toadstool?
Who was Toadstool? That, my little wonderful creature, is the question. That
Don't patronize Toadstool.
is the question. Oh, but I can patronize you because that is exactly what my purpose is in this. Everybody's got a role to fill. The person that was Toadstool did fill theirs.
What is Toadstool's role?
Why don't you look
Where
at that crumpled
does-
piece of paper?
Toadstool's going to begin to uncrumple the paper.
Written in fine common, you can tell, perhaps maybe, this was your handwriting, though it is different, neater, more care put into the penmanship. And it reads, did I copy paste this? I think I, and it reads as follows. And I'll read it out loud for everybody as well. My love, every day it gets harder and harder to bear this weight. My mind drifts during the research. No breakthroughs in sight, and I'm not sure how long I will be of use when I'm at my limit. Something must be done. Please think of me fondly. Your husband, T. And that T is supposed to lead on to something more, but it is long since smudged and crumpled beyond recognition. And you wake up.
Toadstool is going to, none too quietly, sit bolt upright and immediately grab his spell book, and he's going to begin flipping through it until he gets to the end of what he's familiar with.
You get to where the first note appeared, and right after it appears the second one, along with your spellbook now being flush with more spells. Congratulations on being level 3.
Woohoo! Yeah, yeet. Mhm.
And is this happening like at the same time for
This
everyone?
happens right after your ordeal. He wakes up after your ordeal, Hunter.
Oh.
However,
Okay.
we will get to that after we go through the next two. Zeph,
Yes.
this is a spicy one.
Ooh.
You find yourself in a dream, in a place that is grand. You find yourself in a impossibly large amphitheater, the central stage being surrounded on all sides by large marble stone benches and columns. And no matter how far you look up, you see more and more benches, and only when you are looking straight up, this is not the correct music to be playing right. On my end. Only by looking straight up do you see sky. And you see the moon directly above.
Hmm.
As well, at one of the front benches, there is what appears to be a woman slouched forward. You do not see their face. They are hunched forward. You do not see. You're frontward towards them. And the only thing you see is a mess of lusterless, unkempt blonde hair and tattered white robes.
I start walking towards.
As you do, you hear a sharp intake of breath, as it seems life now courses through what this was both purposely, or not was once previously a motionless body. But their neck does not lift. Only their chest heaves, and their head lops backwards. With no use of the neck muscles at all, she is now looking towards you with empty eyes. There is only sockets and eyelids, there is nothing else. You only see blackness where the eyelids are open. And a broad smile crosses her face. And with this, you see that rot patches adorn her head, neck, body where the patches are. But as you walk forward, and as she smiles, she says in a melodic but off-tone voice, "Wondrous joy. I have not felt so much condensed emotion since Yggdra. So much of everything. You have such a textured soul, full of love. I can sense you want to walk the way of mercy. And despite my reclusive nature, I cannot let this go unanswered. Come, closer, sit with me." And she will lurch sideways, providing more room in the already vacuous bench.
I sit beside her, not fazed by her appearance.
You sit at the bench, the front row, right in front of the empty stage where you once stood. And the scale of this place is still daunting. It could hold millions. Yet only one is here. And she will continue. Where does the dialogue continue? There it is. She lets out a long sigh. There was once a time where I could usher my adorable little acolytes in here, show them off to all the others, and we'd all rejoice, feast, and get into minor antics. But now, this is the best I can offer. Sharing a seat in an empty theater. I hope it's enough to move you on your path, but you must keep this a secret. If my presence were to be made known in the outside world, the Hound will surely hear it. So what do you think of Mercy's Rest?
There are people that I'd known that deserved a much greater mercy than they.
Then what? The last part cut out.
Than they were given.
Ah, yes. Mercy. It's so few that people get proper mercy. I suppose introductions should be made. Forgive me, I got a little excited there. It's so seldom that I even get to do this anymore, and yet in such a frequent time, I've had the pleasure to bring two of you here.
Two?
Yes, two. But remember what I said. It's a secret.
Oh, alright.
I am the angel of mercy, and I was once a god. Now, nothing but a bored, tired, fading thing. Though I hope that soon, very soon, that I could perhaps reach godlyhood again and be among other gods once more. See, that is why I have brought you and others here, because one day, and no, it may be a pipe dream, I wish to fill these seats again. So what do you say?
I say alright.
Such blind loyalty. I adore it. Oh, what they all would have done with you had they all been here to see this. Such a wonderful acolyte. Though I hope
Well-
that this is enough.
I hope so too.
Do you have any questions? Oh, I haven't answered questions in such a long time.
How much do you know about the outside world?
That it is a very much a dull place now. So few greater beings exerting their influence over the mortals. They must be getting restless. Though I know that the hound is out and about, running amok, going unchecked, but I simply do not have the strength to do anything about it. That is why I have been so apt to move into action. Bring people here, show them what once was, show them what could be again. Because I know there's a lot of people in the world these days that could use real mercy. And I hope that you may become one that walks the path of mercy, one that doesn't just see it as a small ideal, but sees it for its true nature, something that is beyond the morals of good and bad, black and white, something that is simply a necessary and vital tool. Do you want this?
I do.
Then please, take this, and she will hand you a blank, featureless porcelain mask. It only has 2 openings for the eyes. The rest is a completely smooth dome shape. Wear this, and wear it with mercy, for when you do, you will feel my power, and you will find that you are capable of things so much more greater than yourself. Because mercy is at its strongest when anonymity is stronger. You'll be able to love better. You will bestow miracles. But you will also be able to bestow pain. Because mercy is outside of comfort, and sometimes harm must be done to be merciful. I ask you again, are you sure that you want this?
I'm sure. I don't really have much else to lose, do I?
None of us do. Go forth now. I've seen your journey. I saw it begin. I saw it end. There was once a time where all of these complex threads of your world were weaved into beautiful tapestries by the other gods, and they could read it, and they could tell you what would happen. But those days are long since gone, and I do not know how to read such tapestries nor weave them, though I do get fragments. You have horrors awaiting you. Things that you could never have dreamed be possible. It will be horrendous. But you will go with love and mercy. You are wise to fear that place. For one of you perishes there. I've seen it. But mercy will be shown, I'm sure.
One of us?
Yes. Because what is a great journey without sacrifice? So, any last words before you go on? I don't know when you will be able to hear me again. It is a tumultuous time, and I can only do this when I know for certain that I can. And luckily for you, my enemy seems quite distracted right now. So, I give you one last chance to ask me one last question before you return.
Do you know if anyone is left?
Of anyone who is left,
If anyone is left still.
of the gods,
No, that's not.
oh,
It
I
doesn't.
see. Yes. There is one. Yes, one other one did make it out. Though I'm not sure if you'll like it when you see them.
One. You're certain? One?
Yes, one. One more. Making it two.
Thank you for telling me. I appreciate it very much.
Thank you. Because I'm not quite sure you know what you're signing yourself up for. Though in turn time, you will learn. And at that time, I'm not sure if you want to thank me or not. But that is for
Welcome.
another time and another conversation. Please, return now and enjoy the time you have left.
Alright.
And with that,
Goodbye.
the vision fades, and you awake with the same mask clasped to your hands. And so, we have one more to go through. With 40 minutes on the clock, we will definitely have time for more antics after this, though I'm not too sure what else I have planned for you all. Grim,
Ah, yes.
as soon as you conked out, you wake up again. You're at the clearing. The first clearing. The one where you all made camp of Crode.
Do I see anyone?
It's daytime. You don't see anyone except for Crode, who is standing at the end of the tree line, staring at you.
Is he doing anything?
No.
I guess I'll walk towards him. That never has gone wrong before.
You make your way, but something catches your eye. You look to your left. You see Crode standing at a tree line, staring at you, on your left. You look straight again. You see Crode standing at a tree line. You see 2. You look to your right. You see 3. You cycle. There's 5. All at different points of the tree line, all of them staring at you.
Huh.
You blink. You find yourself standing at the center of the clearing again. But they're all closer. They're outside of the tree line, out in the open. You see all 5 of them. All of them. At different scales of hurt. One appears to be completely intact. Both arms, no blood, no dents in the armor. And they scale. Until you see one that still has their helmet on, but nothing else. Armor gone. Clothes tattered. Large gashes. A missing arm. Broken legs. They look more undead and broken than anything else. All of them scaling.
What do you want?
You hear
You're
them all.
dead.
You hear them all whisper. Protect them. You blink. You're at the center of the clearing. They're closer. About 15 feet away, all 5 of them.
From what? Protect them from what?
You hear sounds of fighting, metal clanging, sickly thuds of humans being slaughtered. It is our duty to protect them. You blink. You're at the center of the clearing. They're 10 feet away from you. The fighting is getting louder.
When? Who?
Every dead body is a failure. The fighting gets louder. You blink. All of them are within 5 feet of you, surrounding you.
You think I don't know that? But I can't fight if I don't know who it's against.
All 5 of them poof to dust, leaving only their helmets. All of them scaling in wear. You feel fuzzy. You look down and see parts of you fading to dust too. Every time you blink, you see something. You see flashes of people. You see conversations happen in the blink of an eye, but you only catch different parts. Different voices say different things. Women, kids, old men. The only things that you can discern is a very, very angry old man, a very, very worried woman, and a countless amount of expecting faces. and you hear snippets of conversations. I don't even recognize you. Who even are you? You've never been the same since that gem. All of it crescendos and causes you a great deal of pain. And eventually you just snap. You begin to feel your mouth change, and any face coverings you have shift, and a monstrous fanged maw dominates your face, and you scream. You beat at the earth, and eventually it all goes quiet. And you look up, and you see a ginormous grizzly bear staring you down. And when you look at it, and you see its sad brown eyes, a calm washes over you once more. The fighting settles. You begin to feel more yourself, and you feel around your face, and you feel the texture of all your face coverings as they were. What do you do?
Does it just look like a normal bear?
Normal old
Nothing-
grizzly bear. He's big.
Oh,
He's a
grizzly
real
bear.
big grizzly bear, but in terms of normality, pretty normal.
Who are you?
The bear shakes its head and then sits down next to you.
Not much of a talker.
It just looks at you with the sad brown eyes.
Guess I just sit with it.
You sit with the bear in this open clearing, and you take in everything around you. And for once you feel calm, unhindered by any mind games of the like. You don't know how long you sit there, but all you know is you get an intense comfort from being next to this bear. Eventually you feel it's fit to move, and when you do, you wake up, and you find yourself at the base of a large tree, with a spot of bark missing at just about the same height as your head. And as you stand to
Uh-oh.
look around, you see a camp has been made, and you'll see you were the last one to awake, so any of your companions you see stirring, you do. As well as, just on the outskirts of the camp, a large grizzly bear is sitting, watching you.
I'm gonna nod to it and then make my way towards the camp.
Fantastic. All of you are awake. It is very early into the morning hours. It is still dark out. We have a half hour to do things. Now, I do need to go back. Zeph, the mask you received.
Yes.
Here are the mechanics. No identify anything like that. You know how it works. You use that mask to use any of your Way of Mercy subclass abilities. The Hand of Harm, Hand of Healing, both of them. Whenever you wear this mask, it shifts to the visage of whatever you wish. But when you take it off, it reverts back to a plain, featureless porcelain mask.
Okay.
And as well, Grim, what happened to your face will now happen whenever you go into a rage. As per your Bear Totem subclass. And I am
Alright.
going to just go ahead and say that only you see that bear.
Okay.
But
Well,
it is still there, and it will continue to be there.
I mean, I've been seeing stuff for a while now, so that's nothing new.
And so, all of you are
Okay.
awake with lovely little visions, nightmares, premonitions, and torture. I'm going to
Do I
open
still
you
feel
all.
pain?
You feel no pain.
Okay. And I look at Grim. Does he look okay
Grim
from
looks
like
fine.
last night? He does. Okay.
Hey, Bouncy, I'm gonna go ahead and roll my portents.
Go ahead.
Ooh. Hope you get good ones.
Good ones. We better do some shit today, boys. We got some good ones. You want to hear them?
Ooh, what'd you get?
Natural 20 and a nat 18.
Sick.
I will make an
So
active
we've-
effort not to end this day for you all because I do not have any combat planned, but there could definitely be combat next session on the same day if you wish to use as portent dice.
I look forward to
Ooh.
it.
But yes, you have a half hour to talk amongst yourselves, go back to town. I will assume that you all pack up and go to town. You can be in town. And you are free to talk amongst yourselves. Think of a game plan of what to do next, so that I may prepare for it. Though may I remind you that you all do have rings of communication.
Right.
Stool is going to surreptitiously contact everybody except for Grim as best as possible and ask if they have any experience with magic.
Do you also include Radovan?
Yes. I forgot that he was an asset that we had access to. I would actually just like to never scratch all this shit. I would just like to check in with Radovan.
Yeah.
Alright. I will,
Forget the rest.
for the sake of
Give us a product
everybody
support.
being involved, we will say that these rings... I did say this. These rings function as walkie-talkies. So if you talk to one person, they all hear it.
Ooh,
Great.
Yeah.
interesting. Okay.
So-
Good thing I retconned
Yeah.
You talking shit?
that.
What do you say into the earring?
Radovan.
You hear Radovan. He replies, but there's a lot of background noise. It sounds like wind. Like a lot of wind. And you hear Radovan. Ah yes, little man, how's it going?
What stories were? What stories were?
That's good, that's good. I'm glad that you all are doing really good. I hope Crode's becoming an invaluable asset in terms of training you all.
Toadstool has bad news.
What do you mean?
Toadstool is unhappy to tell you that Claude died in the field.
Little man, who taught you how to joke? Oh my... Wait, okay, which one of you... hang on, let me think. Which one of you put him up to this? There's no way.
Oh wait, so are we all currently hearing this?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's not joking.
Yeah, he died
Crow's gone.
several days ago. Yes.
1 day ago.
Oh, one day ago.
Yesterday.
One day.
Claude died
Okay.
yesterday. Toadstool remembers vividly.
2 days ago. But 1 day is a little spotty. Yeah.
Halloween.
Yeah. Wait, you... No, wait. That's not possible.
It is.
He
That...
got killed.
I've
he got
seen
killed by a
that
wolf
man
horde.
take...
Radovan.
He was
single-handedly take out a dragon. There is absolutely no way that that man died.
Warforged. There was a Warforged.
Oh my god.
It killed
He's
him. I think it killed me.
You think it killed you?
All I know is it hit me, I went down, and suddenly I woke up and Robin was dead on top of me. So
Eh,
You mean to tell me that Crowd
yes.
could not even compete with one of those things?
Yes.
He tried his best,
None of us could.
but
Did he even
his best
did he
was
scratch it? Did you encountered
I-
one?
he
Toadstool
dealt
thought it was a
like
valiant
decent amount
effort.
of damage to it, but he couldn't take it down.
Oh my!
He's managed to split its weapon, but
It cut off his arm, I think.
He let you get that close to one?
well,
Uh,
Grim is gonna
Okay.
shoot Toadstool a look of mix of anger and frustration. Like it didn't
Toadstool is-
exactly go as planned.
Toadstool is going to immediately furrow his brow and like point at you indignantly and say, "Do not look at Toadstool with those eyes. This was not Toadstool's fault. Toadstool was curious."
Never heard the saying "curiosity killed the cat."
yeah,
Toadstool was not
Except-
dead.
didn't kill a cat, it killed a crowd.
In
Precisely.
the group.
That was intense. I'm so sorry.
What do we do now, Rodovan?
Yeah, we're definitely not ready to face Octus Ray.
I don't know. That if not even he could take out one of we gotta that's gonna be we're gonna have to evacuate the whole area. We're gonna there's absolutely no way that anybody within dramatic pause the Biding Weld even has the remote power to deal with that. Nobody in the orchard has that. Nobody anywhere except for maybe Octus Ray would even have a shot at doing anything about that thing.
Viva Discordia.
I'm not
Chaos.
sure. Crowd was it. He was the thing. He was the big thing. Like nobody has ever really come close to him. He was supposed to get you guys on an expedited training route so that you all could come over here and help. But if not even he could handle that thing, you're probably even a worse danger than it would be to even be in Octus Ray right now. And neither one are even a great option for you right now. You can't go back to the orchard. You can't go back to the coast right now. Oh my god. Okay. You want to know what to do next. I want to know what to do next too, but we're gonna... The coachmen think you're here. If they see you're not there, not only are you all screwed, but I'm screwed too. Did he teach you all anything? Did you get any worth before that all happened?
You assaulted Toadstool. That is all.
Okay. So, here's the plan. The mission that was originally assigned was to scout Octus Ray, gather intel, get information, figure out what they're doing up there. As of right now, I am almost to a post where I can overlook the entire city. I will be there in a couple of days. You all, as much as I'd hate to say it, are going to need to walk into Octus Ray.
You're kidding.
I wish I was.
I don't think we have much of an option, Zeph.
You can either walk into Octus Ray, or you can be seen as an enemy to the coachmen who have their fingers in every single little area besides Octus Ray. And there's nothing that I can do to stop them, because they'll put me in the same boat as well.
All right.
Take it slow. You don't have to be here as soon as you can. If you have any detour that you need to do, I encourage you to take it. Though I did some scouting of the area that I am in, and there's quite a few variables that may cause me some issues in the meantime. But it's
Like?
nothing that I can't handle. You don't need to worry about it. The less you know, the better. So, mosey your own way down and get into Octus Ray. As
Do you
of
know if there will
right
be
now,
any potential problems with trying to enter Octus Ray?
there'll be many problems trying to enter Octus Ray. Right now, they have their borders closed. They have something up their sleeves right now. They don't want anybody figuring it out. Which is why we're here.
Right.
You're going... If I were to do this myself, I would find a patrol of Octus Ray guards. I would take them out, take their uniforms, walk into Octus Ray like you own the place. Go to the central castle. That's where all the guards go when they check in and give their report of their scouting mission. The central castle is the key. There is something below it that we have to figure out. I can't help you when you're in the castle. You're on your own then, besides using me for intel on the outside. I'll only be able to see the outside. However, as soon as you get even a remotely interesting piece of information, something that we can take back to the coachman to make them happy, get out immediately. If you're ever caught, tell me, and I'll get you out of there.
All right.
I don't mean to question that at all, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to find a uniform that will fit me.
Yeah, you are very tall.
I'm not sure how to figure that one out. Though,
Oh.
maybe Octus Ray has some tall guards. I don't know. I don't know what you can do to get big guy in. Little man should be okay. There are a number of smaller humanoids within Octus Ray, at least from what I've seen during my scouting. Not many big ones, though. The big ones are farther north. You could dress him up like one of those Goliath people. Bring him in as a prisoner. Trespasser, murderer, it doesn't matter. They'll have
Oh.
a cell for you.
Great.
I mean, it'll give us a reason to probably get in to the parts of the city we wouldn't
Yeah.
be able to otherwise if we had a prisoner.
It's gotta be
Right.
believable, though. You can't just mosey on in there if a dude in full head-to-toe dress and call him a Goliath and expect them not to be suspicious about a fully equipped prisoner.
That's true. We'd have to confiscate your weapons, probably.
For sure.
Does Octus Ray know about the Warforged problem?
I doubt it.
Yeah, doesn't seem likely.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Octus Ray, so...
Not many people do.
Yeah.
Alright. We'll figure something out. We'll let you know when we're closer to the city.
Yeah. We'll lay out the plan for you.
Alright, I'm gonna make some preparations up here. I will do everything in my power to make sure you all get out alive in Octus Ray.
Alright.
Alright. You all have 15 minutes to talk amongst yourselves and do anything you all want to do inside of a small town in a small kingdom.
Zzz.
It's
that?
happening. What?
Oh my gosh, I know.
Yeah, my character is all new, so my
What's
character's
so
gonna be
wrong
just,
about going
just
to
says,
Octus Ray?
I'll
It's not like
accompany.
anything bad's gonna
Going with
happen.
you, good for us. Our paths cross greatly.
Kai, even Hunter's been dragged into a mess.
Hunter's been
Oh,
dragged into a
God.
whole mess.
I feel so bad.
Well, welcome to the odd company, I guess.
Welcome to the shit show, more like. Good lord.
Yeah.
Let us move forward to the path of victory. It's in our favor.
Victory. I'll settle for stalemate. As long as we don't
I'll settle
lose.
for leaving Octus Ray alive.
What? Okay, wait.
Oh yeah, there's nothing bad's gonna happen in Octus Ray. You guys have literally no foreshadowing at all.
I would.
I wasn't
Wha-
saying out of character. I wasn't saying that in reference to the dream. I was just saying that like generally because it's a dangerous place.
Oh yeah, it definitely is.
Do I
So-
know what they wear? Bouncy? Like
In
the
Octus
guards?
Ray? Oh, the guards?
Yeah.
Would I have seen them?
Didn't we run into some?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
we
ran
saw.
into some. They have
Should we? Oh. Okay.
their uniform is purple cloaks with an eyeball for the symbol, and some of them will wear leather armor over their cloaks, some will wear heavy, medium. It depends on what they do.
And where are we right now?
Where that little white dot is. Are you guys on this page? Oh, you're not. See.
The white dot.
Okay, so we're not. Are we just not in town, or are we?
Oh,
in
right,
town?
right, right. You know, right. You're in town. That's where all that stuff happened. You're here.
Okay.
All the road.
Is anyone watching, or is it just us?
What do you mean?
If we're in the town, is there people around, or is it just
Yeah, there's
us
people
when we're
around.
talking? Oh. I hints the others to follow me to like somewhere empty.
All right.
Okay.
And then I use disguise self and then become a guard, like the uniform. And then I just gesture it, look.
Well, that would work. But I also think you could just wear the uniform of one of the guards that we knock unconscious, because we're going to need more than one uniform.
Yeah.
I give a thumbs up and then just transform back, reverting it.
Let me check something.
I think you three will be able to. Well, four. You four will be able to get in no problem.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
How
I see.
many Janazi conceivably are in Octus Ray anyway?
I'm sure they
Kind of
have
an-
like full covered helmets or something.
Yes.
Oh, they do. Okay.
Yeah. You all can
All right.
pass for.
You've seen
human.
some of them pull their robe hoods and cloak hoods up all the way to a point where you cannot see their faces. So maybe like their chin and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
So either we figure a way to get. Either I disguise myself as a Goliath, or has Grim seen a Goliath?
it's possible.
Yeah.
Sure.
They're uncommon around here for sure. Well,
I mean,
you may spot a couple of Goliaths in this town in particular. But like in Pars Crossing, stuff like that, not too many.
Hunter,
So
can you only disguise yourself, or can you disguise other people as well?
I just checked it
I
to
point
self.
to myself.
Mechanically, I wanted to see if he could possibly.
Yeah, no.
Nah.
Yeah, my character
Shame.
just points at myself.
Okay. Thank you, though.
And so, you all have a path before you. You have little forces at play, and a lot to uncover.
Oh wait, I remembered something I wanted to do. Grim is gonna look at Zeph.
Mm-hmm.
You seem the most
Uh,
apprehensive about going to Octus Ray. Have you
well,
been there? Do you know anything about it? Anything that could help us?
I haven't been there, but I know a lot about them.
Any detail would probably help.
Oh, well, they are very authoritarian. They love control.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard rumors that they do very bad things, but I don't know if any of them are accurate.
What sort of rumors?
That they do messed up things to people, generally.
Well, we'll certainly have our work cut out for us then.
That you will. That you will. We have 10 more minutes. Is there any questions that any of you have? In character, out of character, any clarifications? Any points of discussion?
Is the grizzly bear just always there now?
The
Do I just
grizzly
always-
bear is always there now.
Aw.
That's cute.
Doesn't matter what character I play, I find some way to get a pet of some sort.
Yeah.
What you do? Hey, Jupiter, I'm gonna send you because I feel like eventually Toadstool will show you the sketch, but I'm
Uh-huh.
going to send it to you. So give me like 2 seconds.
You sketched me while I was unconscious? Bit creepy, Toadstool.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm just saying, Grim didn't consent to that.
So, yeah, let's see. How'd you all like the Angel of Mercy?
Creepy. Love it.
Creepy? Yeah.
At first, she seemed normal, and then got weird,
No.
and then extremely
No.
creepy. Extremely
Yeah.
creepy.
Yep.
Yep. I've recently, I spent a lot of time and effort into making that character after the Quizier encounter. So I wanted to make it more interesting for both of you, since both of you will be relying on the Angel's Mercy for powers. So you definitely will be seeing more of her, so I made sure to really up her character, and I'm very excited with how it turned out.
Or
Creepy,
mine
huh?
from that being.
Oh yeah, your stuff was from the Hound. There's a few dots to connect there between all of that. All of it makes sense when you're looking at a big picture, which I am, so it makes me happy. Though, I hope you guys figure it out and see the small details.
Huh.
So, Bouncy.
Yes.
The illustration I sent you,
Mhm.
that's a pretty good representation of what you meant, right?
Yes, that is a very, very good interpretation.
And there you have it, Jupiter.
Uh-huh. It makes perfect sense. I have no
Someday the
question.
rest of you will get to see. Mayhaps.
Maybe.
That is a perfect likeness of Grim. You caught his amazing chin. Everything. It's perfect.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's. I took some artistic liberties, but all in all, I think it's a pretty good.
Oh, I
it's a
can
pretty
tell.
good rendition.
By the way, just a little bit of an out of character game mechanic thing to look forward to. You all have heard twice now that one of you will die in Octus Ray, and I want you to know that it's going to be scripted, and I've already picked them out.
Okay.
I I already caught that.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know
I
you said that somebody was gonna die. I was like, he's not leaving this a chance.
I'm
No.
sure
Yeah,
like it's gonna be someone new to death.
Are you saying
I don't
Grim's
know.
not going to die again?
So who do you think it's gonna be?
Well, scriptly.
I'm a little
Oh.
skeptical of
Die.
my own safety, given the fact that I've basically handed my backstory to you to write.
Oh yeah.
So
I'm
I don't know
skeptical
if
of my
you'll
own
keep me
safety.
around.
Got it.
I'm skeptical of my own safety because my character is tied a lot to the location.
Oh
I don't
yeah.
know if I'm gonna make it out.
It would make a lot of sense to kill Zeph and Octus Ray.
Well, depending on how our infiltration goes, Grim might die
Yeah, well-
regardless.
Oh yeah,
Somebody's
yeah.
better.
Definitely gonna die.
Grim is definitely in the running for dying, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Due to all the messed up things that are going on in that head of his.
Doesn't
Wait,
matter
But
how much
wait a
active
minute.
character will
Grim
be.
is completely sane and has no problems whatsoever.
Walks
Oh,
into
yeah.
a tree.
usually when a person dies once, they die twice. Anybody seen that one
I'm
horror
going for
movie?
three.
What's it called? The one where a person gets saved and they die anyway, or they hope. Like what? Final Destination? Final Destination, is that it?
Final Destination.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I can pull that if I wanted to.
But wait,
Um,
I mean that's in rotation though. After you save someone.
Oh, true.
Yeah, well, I didn't read the movie, or watch the movie, so I'm not entitled to be accurate.
You didn't read the movie.
I
Got
didn't
it.
read the
You
movie.
didn't read the movie.
Man, head broken, guys. I told you already.
No, I feel that.
Understandable.
I could only have the kind of week I had and do the Angel of Mercy voice so well.
But you pulled it off.
You did well.
Yeah.
I can tell you all what inspiration I got to do that voice if you want.
Yes.
Mhm.
Any of you
Please.
familiar with Ray Zero?
No.
I know of it, but I have
You
not
know
watched
of it. Ah, that's a shame. Oh well. Guess I
ReZero?
won't share. Ray Zero, yeah.
Yeah, I
you
love
know
it.
The Bal Hunter.
I've seen Wait. Hold on. Wait, what?
That's the voice I used for inspiration.
I would like to have a conversation about this afterwards.
Okay. I got a little bit of time. But if we're gonna have that conversation now, I do have a hard stop at 8:30. We're gonna go ahead and conclude. I will now end the stream. Thank you all so much for watching it. If you're watching the VOD too, of course, thank you. But yeah, this will get posted pretty soon on the YouTube channel. But yeah, good session, guys. Have a good one.
Woo!
Make your bets now as to who dies in Octus Ray.
Oh, I should run a betting pool for everybody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Remind me. I'll get that started on the Discord. All right. I'm hitting the stop stream button now.